Here's a compilation of different matters going on.
This is McDonald's French fries from the United States. It has 11 ingredients, but in the UK, there's only 4, and salt is optional. This one has an ingredient called dimethyl polysiloxane, an ingredient that can be preserved with formaldehyde, a neurotoxin. This is United States Fanta right here. It's made with high fructose corn syrup, artificial dye, yellow 6, red 40, and sodium benzenate. In the UK, they have real orange juice inside, and it's colored with carrots and pumpkin. In Skittles, there's 10 different artificial dyes here in the United States, plus titanium dioxide, an ingredient that's banned in Europe because it causes DNA damage. Gatorade, here in the United States, uses red 40 and caramel color. In Germany, they use carrots and sweet potatoes to color their Gatorade. M&M has 10 artificial dyes made from petroleum linked to hyperactivity in children here in the United States, and in the UK, they only use 1.
Grand Rising family, bliss up, more life. You done know already. So council, let's just jump right into it. You see where the real war is being fought. The war is against the people, specifically the people of the United States, if you can't tell. I'm not saying all the rest of the countries aren't goofy, but why are they specifically going after the people of the United States with all this poison? The war they're fighting right now, the so-called World War III, is actually World War IV. World War III is the silent war with silent weapons that they're using to wipe us out covertly. And council, the food is the biggest weapon you can use against the people. And if you still believe in this racism nonsense or classism nonsense, then ask yourself, why are they poisoning everyone in America wholesale? Even the people that are so-called white, who claim to have this so-called privilege, they're the ones eating this junk just like everyone else. Matter of fact, they're eating the majority of it because the middle class in America has more money to spend, and they can buy more junk food and eat more trash than anyone else. So this is exactly why William Cooper in Behold the Pale Horse switched sides when he found out the Illuminati was out to wipe out the middle class of America, mostly white people. So what I'm telling you guys is they're using different tactics, different strategies to kill us all, and at the same time keep us divided amongst ourselves so we never take it to the real enemy, if you see what I'm saying. Because again, council, why are they poisoning all the food? If they were only after one set of people, they would only poison your food, but they're poisoning everyone's food. And it's only one set of people who actually know what food to buy based on barcodes. And I'm pretty sure you know who those people are. You get me? Yeah, the see-through Hebrews, fuck it. But anyway, council, this war has been fought against you and I from the very beginning of time. The Truman Show wars that they put out there to distract you is just to keep you from knowing that you are the true enemy of the state. You, the people, not the soldiers dressed up in uniforms running around with guns in their hands. No, it's you, the people, the same ones that support the system. They fear you because you give them power. And if you ever found out, you would be able to crush them. So what they do is keep you weak, and they keep you divided, and they hypnotize your minds in order to keep you under their control. And they're wiping you out slowly right now. Well, actually, it's rapidly right now in order to replace you with robots that they can really control and cyborgs that they can really control. Do you understand me, family? So if you want to live, you better get up, stand up, and fight for your rights and stop fighting against each other. Let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah. Council, it's the main reason I left America. I could literally not eat anything. It's an ancient war tactic, family. Poison the well and you kill the whole village. Spiral up, move accordingly.
Well, you heard it from the boss. Just kidding. Well, go accordingly, like he said. Now here in the next clip has to do with the virus.
I have not spoken about a virus on this platform in years. It feels like I'm going to get in trouble just by mentioning this. But if you remember, I did an immunology and virology degree at Johns Hopkins, where I was in graduate classes learning about all this stuff right in the middle of the pandemic. And here's what we learned about the hantavirus and its role with zinc. This is really important. Hantavirus live in rodents, especially deer mice. They carry it without getting sick, but when their droppings or urine become dry and get disturbed and you breathe it in, that's how you get it. It's extremely rare getting it from human to human. So stop worrying about this crap. Don't listen to the news. Don't listen to any of that stuff. It's all garbage. There's something nobody is telling you though, that it's only if you're deficient in zinc. And here's why. There's 4 steps where zinc steps up big time. 1, it blocks the enzyme the virus uses to replicate its RNA. That enzyme is called the RNA-dependent RNA polymers, or RDRP, all right? Zinc jams this directly. No copying, no spreading. 2, here's the catch. Zinc alone has poor cellular penetration. It can't just walk through the cell wall on its own. That's where zinc ionophores come in. Compounds like quercetin, EGCG, or hydroxychloroquine, that may sound familiar to you. They carry the zinc into the infected cell where it can reach the RDRP and shut it down. Zinc also disrupts the nucleocapsid protein. That's the protein the virus uses to package itself. If it can't package itself, even if it starts to replicate, it gets destroyed. We have no building, we have no virus. Lastly, zinc powers your immune system. This is well known. Your natural killer cells and T cells, the ones that hunt and kill infected cells, they depend on zinc to function. Depleted zinc levels means a blunted immune response, which is exactly what the virus wants. So all you have to do is make sure that you have optimal zinc. Add a little bit of quercetin to help as a carrier into those cells, and boom, we're rocking and rolling. We've known this for a really long time, but nobody talks about these simple strategies that will help. They just freak you out. They fearmonger all over the news. And here we are left with confusion, concern that we're going to have this hantavirus spread. It's not the case.
Well, there you have it. Being healthy is how you won't get sick as often. But then on the other hand, these viruses, they're man-made in laboratories. It's not anything natural. But that's just the way it is. Just don't fall for the cap. Don't be giving consent on doing what they require you to do like they did in 2020. That was just no. So don't fall for it, people. Stay strong.
The U.S. government needs to kill Jews. You kill these nasty Jews. Israel is an abomination. It's fake. Jews from Europe are fake Jews. These are Ashkenazi, satanic fake Jews. Kill every single Zionist scumbag. Zionism is treason to we the people and our U.S. Constitution. Kill Israel. Kill Jewry. Kill Judaism. Kill every Jewish supremacist there is. You kill these. If they claim to be God's chosen people, you kill them dead. You kill every Jew.
And it makes you wonder why everything is so censored, but yet people like this can talk on social media and their shit stays up. Make that make sense. It's because some are chosen to allow them to say whatever they want to say, and others are not chosen. They are to shut up.
I hate when people say this cartoon was always right. Every time something happened, they knew it first. No. Remember, there is no future and there is no past. We are living in the now. So how do they keep predicting the future? That's because they understand how timelines work. It's only one timeline with billions of different choices. Every person on this planet represents a different timeline. So if there's 8 billion people, guess what? It's 8 billion timelines. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. Energy, 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 energy. They're not predicting nothing. They're making you predict it. You ever heard of predictive programming? Well, everything's a program. We sit back and watch TV. It's a program. When we go to school, they ask you, what program did you pick? We need to stop giving these people so much credit because they don't deserve it. They just know how magic work. Magic is really simple. Only thing you need is an idea with a lot of energy, and that energy will make the idea manifest. So let's just say sports is an idea, and we have billions of people watching sports. Guess what? The shit manifests. How about people watch this TV show every Sunday for the last 40 years? It manifests. You know how they say it's a universal law that these people that control the world, they have to tell us the truth. Why? They need our permission to do anything. The elites believe that we don't know no better. They can do whatever they want to do, but that's really changing. But let me tell you how it can change like that. Right now, we are living under something called the contract of silence. Every time they do something to us and we say, they're right. They did it again. Yeah, they're smart. We are living under the contract of silence. Let me ask you a question. If something keep happening to you over and over and you don't like it and you don't speak up, what's going to happen? The same thing will keep happening to you over and over until you speak on it. We are living under the contract of silence. They really believe if something happened to you and you don't speak on it, that you are okay with the situation. This is a universal law, not my law, not your law, your mom, dad. Universal, meaning it's really important. They say we have free will, but we gave our free will to predictive programming. They don't predict shit. You predict it. So next time something happened in the future and they put it in this cartoon, don't say they did it. Say, damn, look what we did again.
Well, our free will is taken over by predictive programming. I agree. I have to agree. What you see, what you think, what you feel, what you say, what you do has a lot to do of manifesting what you see outside, what you see on your screen, what you see on in your life. I keep telling you people, be careful what you look at, what you think, what you say, what you feel, and the things you do.
And for the most evil invention in the world contest, I invented a child molesting robot. Child molesting robot.
Representative Tim Burchett recently dropped this bombshell. He said the still unreleased, unredacted Epstein files contain satanic horrors straight from the pits of hell. Details so dark and depraved, they will shock the world to its core. And right as he started blowing the whistle on this demonic nightmare, he doubled down hard. When asked about the monsters involved, he said flat out,
"Should there be an investigation or a special counsel investigation?"
I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I just find them guilty and hang them publicly. I mean, that's not over the top either. I'm over it. It disgusts me. I'm big on clarity and transparency and you know, that's good reason people don't trust government, either party.
This isn't politics as usual, sheeple. Forget left versus right. This is good versus absolute soul-devouring evil. We're talking elite cabals running child trafficking rings laced with satanic rituals, protected by the deep state shadows for decades. The powerful pedo network, the Luciferian puppets in suits, the demons who've sacrificed innocence while laughing from their ivory towers.
Yes, sir. Now his blood is in my body. Yes, sir. It's in there.
They're all exposed now, and they're panicking. These files aren't mere paperwork. They're undeniable evidence of hell manifesting on Earth. Proof that the corruption runs deeper than most dare to imagine. The question now is simple and unavoidable. When the full truth finally drops, Will you demand justice, no matter who falls? Or will you look away, like so many have before, and let the monsters walk free once again? Are we finally ready to end this nightmare? Or will we keep pretending it doesn't exist? What side are you on when the masks come off?
This right here is the subject that people are going to go ballistic on, especially when they find out that they've been deceived and lied, been enslaved and controlled. So, those of you in the back, be prepared. You're going to get a lot heading your way. You're going to find out truth. It's not good. It ain't good. A lot of us knew about this decades ago. Be prepared.
Yo, what the F? The news is actually saying right now that 4 different kinds of alien, even a 7-foot tall lizard alien. I mean, are y'all getting this? And just wait till I show you how all of this stuff connects. First, watch this.
We are not alone. The Pentagon released the UFO file. The War Department says more files will be released soon. UFO experts and top researchers have been investigating aliens for years. Their sources say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered, and what they found inside, shocking.
Do people think that there's one type of non-human intelligence that's visiting the Earth, or is there many, many types?
People who have been involved in recoveries have said
there are at least 4 separate types. Now, I have not had direct access to that, but I believe the people who I talked to.
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life.
4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, Insectoids, and Reptilians.
Did you see his eyes, by the way? Go back and watch again. Maybe he's one of those lizards too. So it's 2026, and now they're talking about reptilians on the news. Now watch how insane this gets. So we have the 250th celebration coming up. Of course, the movie Independence Day shows the UFO over the White House. Remember the whole Illuminati card game? Church over Middle America. Do you remember the pastors just coming out like last week or 2 weeks ago? Which, by the way, if you follow me, you already knew that the pastors were going to do that because I've been telling you for 2 years about FEMA. Oh, look at this. And now Steven Spielberg is dropping that Disclosure movie or documentary coming out, I think, next month. We just had the upside down flag on the plate, 1776-2026, as if it's like the death date. Meanwhile, by the way, UFOs are showing up everywhere, and I even saw them in Florida 2 days ago. Look, I don't know exactly when this whole thing is going down. All I know is that this spiritual wickedness in high places hates the name Jesus. Remember that? You'll be golden. On the freaking news. Oh my goodness.
Well, there is your disclosure that we have been living with reptilians forever. Decades, centuries, a millennium. You see them every day in human avatars. That you see them glitching now on TV, on your screen. And if you can see from here, you see them in their true form. How can that be true? But it is. You get to see that soon enough.
The media always wants to scare you to death because that's how you keep turning on the news show. But investors are really living with a lot of fear right now. What's going to happen with the economy? What's going to happen with the war? What's going to happen with inflation? This fear of the future isn't just, well, I'm a little bit worried. Fear of the future actually causes physical changes in your body. The amygdala, part of your brain that registers fear, it clicks off, it dumps hormones into your body, your heart rate can go up, your cortisol will go up, you feel this impending doom sometimes, but that kind of fear just kind of creeps in. And we also want to keep in mind that the media, and I know because I've been on a lot of their shows, the media always wants to scare you to death because that's how you keep turning on the news show. And they don't get paid by helping you invest well. They get paid by capturing your eyeballs and scaring you, to death.
Well, the video speaks for itself. I've been saying, Watch what you're looking at.
The elite and the government are opening up portals. They're summoning demons, all with AI data centers. And I'm going to show you how they're doing it. All right, so remember back in 2014 when Elon Musk said this?
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon?
I have exorcised the demons.
All right, and we can't forget about Gordy Rose, the creator of D-Wave, quantum computers, and Kindred.
And these things that we're summoning into the world now are not demons.
They're not demons.
They're not evil, but they're more like the Lovecraftian great old ones. There are entities that are not necessarily going to be aligned with what we want.
And if they're not opening up portals, and if they're not summoning demons, then why do some of the biggest tech giants in the world keep stating this? Last week we had an ex-employee of OpenAI tell the New Yorker that they're definitely opening up portals and summoning demons in Saudi Arabia. Why? And the craziest part is about all of this is that if you look at where the AI data centers are, they're located in areas that have high ET traffic. So why else are they doing that, And if you don't know who Gordy Rose is, I highly, highly suggest doing a Google search on him, on his company D-Wave, Kindred, see what they've been up to. This is all information I shared with my community over a decade ago. So it's good to see that more and more people are becoming aware of all of these technologies and what they've really been up to in the shadows. Now, this clip right here,
it feels like an altar to an alien god.
Company D-Wave and his quantum computers have been able to tap into parallel universes.
Like 2 to the 500th power of these guys living in that chip.
Number of parallel universes. They've been able to tap into these parallel universes and basically steal resources from these, creating like a black hole, if you will, or a wormhole.
From the outside, they look like giant black monoliths, big metal boxes, about 10 feet on a side, 12 feet tall. And they are powered, they have a fridge inside them, a refrigerator that cools these chips to almost absolute zero. Just a wisp, a fraction of a degree above absolute zero. Hundreds of times colder than interstellar space. Amongst the coldest and most isolated and extreme conditions that humans have ever been able to engineer. These fridges, interestingly enough, which are called pulse tube dilution refrigerators, have a thing called a pulse tube, which emits a sound roughly once per second, which sounds eerily like a heartbeat. So if you have the opportunity to stand next to one of these machines, it is an awe-inspiring thing, at least for me. It feels like an altar to an alien god.
It feels like an altar to an alien god.
They really are impressive machines. At the heart of this big box is a tiny chip about the size of your thumbnail. And on this chip, there really are parallel universes out there. And now imagine you have two that are exactly identical in every respect, all the way out to the horizon as far as we can see, down to the last little atomic detail of every single thing, with only one difference. And that's the value of a little thing called a qubit on this chip, which is a contraction of quantum bit. And that qubit is very much like a bit or a transistor in a conventional computer. It has two distinct physical states, which we call 0 and 1 for bit. In a conventional computer, these are mutually exclusive. That device is either one or the other and never anything else. In a quantum computer, that device can be in this strange situation where these two parallel universes have a nexus, a point in space where they overlap. And when you increase the number of these devices, Every time you add one of these qubits, you double the number of these parallel universes that you have access to. Until such time when you get to a chip like this, which has about 500 of these bits, you have something like 2 to the 500th power of these guys living in that chip.
Now the crazy part is how CERN comes into all this and how the Mandela effect also plays into all this stuff. Now, as you just saw from that video with Gordy Rhodes talking about, almost an infinite number of parallel universes, that goes into the fact of timeline shifting, the Mandela effect, how, certain things that we remember from our childhood are one way, and now when you look them up, or if you ask people, they're a totally different way. So, lots of things to think about. I'll drop a part 2 if I got a lot of traction on this video. So like, share, comment, and let me know what you think.
I just love when people put 2 and 2 together and come up with amazing things that's going on. But you heard what he said. The God. They're trying to make a God. But it doesn't have the divine spark, divine source, the true soul. What do you think it's going to be? Nothing benevolent. And that's what they're doing. And it's coming into your screens, through your phones, your laptop, your smart appliances, your smart car, digital cars, everything. Your Wi-Fi modem. It's coming through. The Antichrist lives in the internet. But they're trying to make him real. You'll have a lot to think about. Take care, people. Stay vigilant. Keep your eyes open. Stay in the neutral state of mind. And stay on your path. Do not give consent. Do not fall for the cap.